Every year, Calvert County residents invest in something bigger than a budget. They invest in their community. But what does that really mean? Where does the funding come from, and how is it used? Let's take a closer look at Fiscal Year 2027. One way to understand the county budget is to think of it like a household. Just like a household has income, the county has revenue, the funding that supports services across the community. For the general fund, the part of the budget that supports most day-to-day services, revenue comes from four main sources. About 54% comes from property taxes, about 33% comes from income taxes, about 10% comes from other revenues like state and federal funding, charges for services, and fees, and about 3% comes from prior year fund balance to fund one-time expenditures such as vehicles and capital projects. Fund balance is accumulated when revenues exceed expenditures over time and serves as an important measure of the county's financial stability. A portion of the fund balance is maintained as part of the county's financial stabilization policy to help prepare for emergencies, economic downturns, or unexpected expenses. The county's unassigned fund balance also demonstrates financial strength and stability to credit rating agencies, helping support strong credit ratings and lower borrowing costs for taxpayers. One way to understand spending is to look at how each dollar is allocated. For every dollar spent from the general fund, 42 cents supports public schools, 33 cents funds county operations and services, of which 13 cents is dedicated to public safety, 12 cents supports pensions and debt services tied to long-term investments, and 13 cents supports community partners and transfers to other funds for capital projects and specialized programs. This year's budget reflects key priorities: public safety, education, capital investment, and maintaining a high level of service for our community. That includes nearly $69 million for public safety, more than $34 million for general government services, over $20 million for public works and infrastructure, and more than $8 million for parks, recreation, and museums. Combined with all county services, the general fund budget exceeds $420 million, including nearly $176 million for the Board of Education. The general fund is the county's primary operating fund, supporting the services residents rely on every day. Each year, the county adopts a balanced budget, meaning planned revenues and available resources are equal to planned expenditures. In other words, the county does not budget to spend more than it expects to bring in or has already. While the general fund supports many day-to-day services, it is only one part of the county's overall financial picture. You can think of the county budget as a set of different funds or buckets, each serving a specific purpose. While the general fund supports many of the county's day-to-day services, some operations are funded differently. In Calvert County, services like water and sewer operations and solid waste management are considered enterprise funds, meaning they are funded primarily through user fees and service charges rather than general tax dollars. This funding structure helps ensure revenues collected for these services are used to support their operation, maintenance, infrastructure, and long-term sustainability. Providing safe drinking water and reliable wastewater treatment requires extensive infrastructure, daily operations, and long-term planning. That work is supported through the Water and Sewer Enterprise Fund. This fund is designed to operate as a self-sustaining utility system with revenues that directly support the operation, maintenance, and long-term reliability of water and sewer services. For fiscal year 2027, the Water and Sewer Enterprise Fund budget totals approximately $12.4 million. The majority of funding comes from customer utility payments and service fees that support operations, maintenance, and long-term system sustainability. To help minimize the impact on residents and customers, the Board of County Commissioners elected not to increase water and sewer rates for fiscal year 2027. For every dollar invested through the Water and Sewer Enterprise Fund, about 35 cents supports contracted services, utilities, and daily system operations needed to maintain reliable water and wastewater services. 39 cents supports personnel costs. 15 cents supports debt service for infrastructure investments, and 7 cents supports capital improvements and equipment needs. The remaining funding supports system maintenance, operational supplies, regulatory compliance, and other infrastructure-related expenses. The system serves approximately 5,675 residential and commercial connections and includes 19 water supply systems, 45 wastewater pumping stations, 5 wastewater treatment plants, and more than 140 miles of infrastructure. In fiscal year 2025, the system produced more than 725 million gallons of drinking water and treated over 522 million gallons of wastewater. These investments help maintain reliable service, meet regulatory requirements, protect public health and the environment, and support future growth throughout the county. Managing waste and recycling services also requires ongoing operations, environmental oversight, and long-term planning. That work is supported through the Solid Waste Enterprise Fund. For fiscal year 2027, the Solid Waste Fund budget totals approximately $17.2 million, with approximately 99% of revenue generated through service fees and operational charges. The remaining 1% comes largely from bond revenues and tower revenue. For every dollar spent through the Solid Waste Fund, 65 cents supports contracted waste transfer and landfill operations, 28 cents supports personnel costs, 4 cents supports maintenance activities. The remaining funding supports operational supplies, environmental monitoring, and debt service. These investments support 6 county convenience centers, landfill operations, recycling programs, bulk pickup services, and environmental compliance efforts. Some county revenues are legally restricted for specific programs and services. These are accounted for through special revenue funds. For fiscal year 2027, special revenue funds budgets total approximately $45.5 million. For every dollar within the total special revenue funds, approximately 31 cents supports the Land Preservation Fund, helping preserve agricultural land and open space throughout the county. Another 17 cents supports library services, while 12 cents supports parks and recreation programs. An additional 12 cents supports the Calvert Marine Museum, while 7 cents supports EMS cost recovery services. The remaining funding supports economic development, public safety initiatives, tourism programs, environmental efforts, and other community services. Because these revenues are legally restricted to designated purposes, special revenue funds help ensure transparency, accountability, and accurate tracking of how public resources are used. While some funds support current operations, others focus on maintaining and improving infrastructure for the future. That work is supported through the Capital Projects Fund and Capital Improvement Plan, or CIP. The CIP is a multi-year planning and budgeting process used to identify, prioritize, and fund major infrastructure projects throughout the county. For fiscal year 2027, the Capital Projects Fund totals approximately $89.9 million. Approximately 60% of funding comes from debt financing, while another 26% comes from grants and loans. An additional 13% comes from pay-go funding, which allows the county to fund projects directly without borrowing. For every dollar invested through the Capital Projects Fund, 24 cents supports education projects, 22 cents supports public works and transportation, 16 cents supports parks and recreation, 10 cents supports public safety infrastructure, 17 cents supports water and sewer infrastructure and improvements. An additional 7 cents supports public facilities, while the remaining 4 cents is allocated to solid waste and technology services projects. The county uses a balanced funding strategy that combines debt, grants, and pay-go funding to maintain infrastructure while managing long-term financial impacts. Projects are prioritized based on public safety, infrastructure condition, community needs, and financial sustainability. The county also works to leverage outside funding whenever possible through grants provided by federal, state, and external partners. For fiscal year 2027, the grants fund totals approximately $9.9 million. 36 cents of every dollar comes from federal funding. 28 cents comes from state grants. 31 cents comes from county matching funds. For every dollar invested through the grants fund, 44 cents supports health and human services programs. 33 cents supports public safety initiatives, and 23 cents supports general government and community programs. Because grant funding is often tied to specific programs and requirements, the county carefully manages these funds to ensure compliance, accountability, and responsible use of public resources. Together, these funds form the county's complete financial framework. The general fund supports daily government operations. Enterprise funds support water and sewer and solid waste services. Special revenue funds support dedicated programs and services. Capital projects funds support long-term infrastructure investment. And grants funds help leverage outside resources to support the community. Together, these funds support schools, public safety, infrastructure, parks, libraries, utilities, and community services that residents rely on every day. These are the services residents tell us matter most, and this budget reflects those priorities. Calvert County ranks 17th out of 23 Maryland counties in property tax rates, while continuing to invest in essential services and long-term infrastructure. Every dollar in this budget is carefully planned, responsibly managed, and aligned with the needs of our community. To learn more, explore the full budget and additional tools on the county website. Calvert County Government, working together to serve today and plan for tomorrow.